Hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
I'm ZoWilliams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
ZoWilliams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Yeah. This is my Conan.
Get down.
Get down.
Oh my.
Did you guys see Conan?
Yes, the original.
I love that movie.
Grace Jones was in that one, right?
Crab.
I love Grace.
I've never prayed to you before, Crab. And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
I'm just mad you know the exact words from that.
I love that shit. Then, did you guys see the first Predator?
Yes, my favorite. My favorite.
Listen to Arnold, the sounds this motherfucker is making when he is getting his ass beat by the Predator.
Hilarious. Oh, I'm gonna go home and watch that shit tonight. Crack the
when
fuck
I tell
up.
you, I was in tears.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, ZoWilliams, the voice of reason, is in the building. We have a great topic tonight. We have a topic that I think is exceedingly important that needs to be dealt with. Because I think, see, when the world goes crazy, the craziest aspects of the world get crazier.
Oh, yes, true that.
So if crazy can be juxtaposed, set up right next to wealth. Wealthy people can mask their insanity a little better.
Right.
Right, they sure can.
Or there's justifications around their insanity.
Right.
He just didn't take his meds.
Right.
Poverty, on the other hand, jeez. I think poverty is a type of mental illness too.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it produces shit like fucking toxic ambition.
Ooh.
Nigga, we gonna be grinding forever, my nigga. That's what life is about. It's about grinding. You understand? You better go, nigga, you wanna make some money? Like money.
Sounding like Minions.
He's always grind. Nigga, grind, my nigga. I love a nigga that's grinding. He grind on me. and he make that bread.
Right.
You got to be a grinder. You understand? So it's just mental illness everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And today's topic is one of those topics.
Okay.
You get me? But before I even get into the topic, I've got some things to promote. And there, some cool things, I believe. I believe they're cool. You already know what I love. Total package
Energy.
I swear to
Right.
God, I'm not going to lie to you. I can't tell you that I've only had 2 total package energies today.
Oh, you've had 4?
I can't be honest and be on some old, that's all I've had. Because I have to be honest.
How many?
I don't really want to say.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I see 3 empty bottles, so.
I don't really want to say. These bottles aren't empty.
Yeah, they're not empty.
I came in, just say, okay, I came into the studio with 6 of them.
And you got 3 left, so 3.
I came into the studio with 6 bottles of total package energy.
Vitamin.
You need this.
I did not drink 3 bottles,
Okay.
but I did drink 2.
Right.
2 is my limit.
Okay.
All right. Total package energy. Go there right now. 0 carbs, 0 sugars, 0 jitters, 0 crash. It's the fire when it comes to energy shots. And if you got shit to do, don't drink it if you ain't got shit to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you lazy, don't drink total package. That would be the most frustrating day of your life.
Right.
Ooh, if you
You
ain't got
trying
shit
to
do.
chillax and just be your normal lazy self with nothing to do, and you drink a total package energy. Can you imagine being busy doing nothing? Being busy trying to be lazy.
Right.
That's when you got to have sex.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For real, because you got to get that energy off some kind of
know if
way.
you can
Right.
fuck the total package energy out of you.
You can't fuck the top.
No.
I've tried.
No.
You just kept going and
I
going
had a
and
couple
going.
bottles of this shit. I
Oh,
don't
shush.
know if you could fuck the total package energy out of you.
Oh man, so for y'all who were having problems, been going for a long time, you need this. And you need it now. All night long. It'll
Nah,
be you
it
ding
ain't-
dong.
It ain't even in terms of rounds. It's just,
Keep going.
I think it's in terms of pounds.
Ooh.
Oh, you just didn't stop. Period.
Oh, okay, no
so
stopping, period.
that was probably fun for her.
Right.
That's about a good
There's
3
a
or 4
lot of girls
orgasms.
that can't take that.
Right. So she could take it, so it worked out.
Well, she tried to take that.
Okay.
She tried.
You should have gave her one too.
Yeah. Made it
Hey,
fair.
that might be fun.
I don't know if giving her one is gonna loosen that thing up.
Right, you're right.
Maybe-
I feel you.
Maybe you should have poured it on it.
pour some lubricant on it and keep
So
it going.
I'm urging everybody who listens to my show, man, go out and let's get 300 cases sold before the end of the month. Can we do that? A case is only $29.99, $29.95, something like that. You get 12 of these bottles. I promise you, it's not a game. And my man told me, the brother who, produces this and gets it distributed, he told me that somebody, I forgot their name, bought 7 cases.
Wow.
So there are people out there that are recurring, total package energy supporters. I just want to send a shout out to you, although I don't have your name. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
Thank you.
TotalPackageEnergy.com. Go there now. Now, Love Matters Revealed, my CD. You already know about this. Double CD, or you can get the audio from cdbaby.com. ZoWilliams and Dr. Alan Berger navigate relationships in a way that is rarely ever heard. Please go get your copy right now. Love Matters Revealed. You go to my website, The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship, is on Amazon.com in paperback form. I encourage the paperback form sales. Please, 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 we want this book to trend. Get your copy now. Don't get it when the relationship is almost over and you can't do anything about it anyway.
Yeah, get it now.
Because the two motherfuckers ain't even willing to listen and implement anything they've learned. They're ready to get away from each other. So, The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship, available on Amazon. Get it, got it, good. Now, I'm really urging everybody we got to move 500 pre-orders. All right. 500 pre-orders of the holographic relationship. When I tell you the holographic relationship is such a cold motherfucking book right now.
You need that. They need it. Pre-order yours today.
Pisces I got a Pisces working on the book right now.
So you already know what it is, y'all. Them jewels.
She put it this way. She doing extra.
Going out her way to make it right.
Cause she know this shit about to be so big. She trying to do all types of shit now. Settle down.
Right.
Just roll with the nigga with the plans.
She wasn't perfect.
Down. Nah, but when I tell you, Holographic Relationship is an amazing book. It's gonna change the game. You understand? Go to my website, ZoWilliams.com, and click books. And pre-order your copy right now. Can we listen? It's a few hundred people in the chat room right now. Can everybody in that motherfucker who hasn't, ordered a copy go now? Now, go right now.
Right now.
Right, not right now, but right
now.
Right now.
All
right. Oh, and then there's another thing I want to promote.
Oh, yeah.
So because I've been reading The Holographic Relationship and developing it and doing all of that, before this, I wasn't into fiction. The last fiction book I read that inspired me to read was Charlotte's Web.
Wow, damn.
As a kid.
That's like 40 years ago.
I'm just saying, that was the first book I ever read all the way through, Charlotte's Web.
Wow. I think no, it wasn't my first, but it was up there.
I felt for Wilbur.
The pig.
You feeling Wilbur?
Fuck Wilbur up.
They was going to make bacon and eggs out of Wilbur. Man.
I felt bad for Wilbur. And I read that whole fucking book. Well, in working on The Holographic Relationship, which is kind of a fiction book, we had to create stories in order to drop the jewels that I wanted to drop. So, man, I got hip to another fiction book, but it ain't really fiction. It's only fiction to protect the names of the innocent.
Okay.
So it's based on a true story, like The Holographic Relationship. This book right here, From Hell to Fire, Book 1, Sex and Politics, Compton Fire Department, by Allison Brooks.
Whoa.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, Lord. From hell to fire. Nigga, how do you go from hell into the fire? Right. From Hell to Fire, Compton Fire Department. Book 1, Sex and Politics. You already know you can't climb the ladder in America
without it.
Without some goddamn politics being involved in some way, shape, or form. And I ain't even going to reveal all of this stuff in this book. But when I tell you it's a cold read, listen, I'm enjoying it. Go get your copy now.
I'll check it out.
Me too.
Amazon.com. Go get your copy right now.
I haven't read a good fiction book in a while.
Well, here we go. Are y'all ready for today's topic?
Yes.
Yes, because we don't know it.
No, we don't, y'all.
All right, before I even prep today's topic, artist that I love. I love this girl. This one of the little fantasy chicks. I love fantasy women. Right. Mimi's a fantasy woman.
Why you got to look at her?
Because
like
I be fantasizing. Now what?
He just had like a real quickie looking at you.
I'm just saying, like, on the fantasy side of the game, you see a little ass, you see a little monkey, you see...
Are you gonna tell us? Look, because he'll be stuck there a minute.
I'm just saying, like, you know, I love fantasy women, little beautiful women. SZA, am I saying her name right?
SZA, yes.
That's a pretty little motherfucker right there.
She is beautiful.
My God. That's the type of beauty you go sit down and talk to her father. Like, listen here, brother, now. Let me explain something to you about your daughter. I know you know more about it than I do, but there's certain things that I know about it that you can never know.
Right.
Unless you cross the line in some kind of way. But good, brother. I'm here to ask for your daughter's hand.
Right. That part.
Right.
I'm just saying, she's an amazing little woman to me, man, and I think she's dope, man. I think she's dope. But I also think, man, more people than not, their thinking is a byproduct of the culture in which they live in.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear Krishnamurti say it is no measure of health to be fully integrated into a sick society, in other words, he's saying if the society wrote your rules, and I mean spiritual rules, emotional rules, relationship rules, marriage rules, and you ain't wrote none of them, you're not the author of your life, you're just a conformist.
Right.
And if you're conforming to a sick society, that means you're going to have a sick education. That means you're going to have a sick outlook. That means you're going to have a sick relationship. You're going to have a bunch of sick shit that you see the world through.
Right.
A bunch of sick filters or contaminated filters that you see the world through.
Ooh.
Right?
True.
Now, you've heard me say on numerous occasions, whatever you identify with, you have now enrolled in the army of that belief.
Right.
You Muslim, we banging for Muhammad.
Right.
Allah Akbar.
That's right.
No, that's Allah. We banging for Muhammad, my nigga.
Oh, yeah. Those Muslims.
Muhammad Rasul.
Them
Muslims. Right.
You know,
the real banger.
So again, and no disrespect, this is not to besmirch Islam. Islam is probably one of the most beautiful religions in the world when you study it from its original language, when you read the Arabic, the Fusha, when you understand it, it's beautiful, man. It's poetry. It's beautiful and it's disciplined, right? But when it's filtered through the lens of a sick society, it gets contaminated too.
Right.
But whatever you identify yourself with, let me give you an example of how you, religiously speaking, if you become a Muslim, next thing you know, you're growing a beard. You're wearing a robe.
Right.
You have on a jalabiya. You know, pantaloon, a taqiyya. You got all that shit. You got dhikr beads. You got a prayer rug. All this shit costs. You know, dig? All of it. You join the Mormons.
Right.
Well, you got to get used to revising history. No, nigga, you didn't create the pyramid. You had a tail.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
Sickness in society. Well, crazy, man. Here we go. SZA. Empowering message to women. First off, how is this empowering?
Okay.
I said this earlier today. Yin and Yang. You've seen it, right? You've seen the symbol. What does the symbol look like, Peaches?
Like kind of like a fish, like little dot in the.
This nigga's an artist. Anything could happen. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I just see a female and male in my mind.
Okay.
It's like little sperms.
Okay, just
The opposite.
Just
the opposite.
Put the motherfucking paintbrush down. Let me go to Mimi. Have you seen the yin and yang symbol? Could you describe it for me?
In words, I would think that it's at the top, it's narrow and it goes around almost like in a not really a teardrop, but in a certain shape. One side is black,
like
one side is white, and they meet each other, but one end is smaller on each side, and they meet up.
Oh my God. When was the last time you swallowed?
Oh,
years.
Sorry. Mimi, if you don't cool in this motherfucker one more time. Turn these lights out.
Shall we leave you? Shall we leave you?
Leave us?
In your chambers.
Let me describe. Maybe I was just asking them the wrong question. So,
right.
Yin and Yang, black and white.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, you're asking.
Circle. Right? A circle. Black and white. One side is black, the other side is white.
Right.
I see so much more.
The black side
okay.
has a white dot.
Mm-hmm.
The white side has a black dot.
Exactly.
I said dots in the sperm.
So that yin and yang symbol represents some level of balance.
Okay.
Right? Or metaphor for balance, right? Masculine, feminine energy.
Right.
Light and dark. Mm-hmm. When you can't see the insanity of your society, right, in what is being promoted through the media. Mm-hmm. This is the SZA, and the way they framed it, this is ebonymagazine.com.
Oh, okay.
SZA, empowering message to women. We don't need men to survive. Now, let's keep it in context. Are you saying you don't need men to pay your bills? Because that's true.
Yeah.
Right.
That sounds about right.
And that's probably what she meant.
Right.
And don't get it twisted. The media loves to, twist and, get that motherfucking,
yeah,
shot out there to get people riled up. Singer-songwriter SZA recently did an interview with British Vogue in which she spoke about the gender gap that affects music festival lineups. The 27-year-old woman, I love her. She's so gorgeous. Look at her.
Oh, yeah, she's beautiful.
She don't need you.
Little pretty mouth.
She says she don't need you.
Okay, the 27-year-old told women to own their feminine energy because men do not validate their existence. Well, we validate each other. Mm-hmm. I mean, literally. Mm-hmm. We validate each other.
Right.
Now, I understand we live in a world where ideas are starting to dominate what gender is and what it's not.
Right.
But men and women validate each other.
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, okay, cool. A lot of people just...
How old is she?
Maybe God was on some dumb shit. I don't know.
How old is SZA?
She's 27, but oh my gosh, she's such a delicious little morsel. Okay. The Grammy-nominated singer has been on tour since her album, Control. I guess that's that little symbol like the Control Alt Delete button there.
Okay.
Control was released in June of 2017. She has also served as the headliner for the British festival Love Box. What is a love box without a swipe?
I think they have other things in those boxes.
Anyway, the British festival Love Box in July and is set to headline Maryland's Trill Electro Festival this September. However, despite her addition to some music festivals, SZA spoke to the European publication about the gender disparity of the events. She's talking about equality.
What, it wasn't a lot of women booked?
This is what I mean. If we're talking about equality, doesn't equality as a word, as a term, mean balance? That which is equal?
Right.
Fair.
And there needs to be some balance in these, festivals, these music festivals. And she's right. Get more prominent women and pay them equally to the men.
Right.
Right.
But then the question arises.
Okay.
What if the female artists that are included aren't as big as the men? Let me ask you. Let's go.
Okay, that's fair.
Let's wind it all the way back.
All right.
Who gets paid more on the same show?
Men.
Let me ask the question. Jeez. Who gets paid more on the same show? Michael or Madonna?
Michael.
And who should get paid more?
Michael.
Is it wrong for Madonna to get less than Michael on the same show?
No, it's not wrong because I think it's based on where you are. I mean, he's not to say she's not a legend, but he's on his level and she's on hers. So I feel like the sales where people will pay for all of that plays a position. You know, how many people they both bring people, but Michael Jackson is he should be paid more, I believe.
You believe that?
I believe
What
that.
about you?
Okay. I went to Michael Jackson at Dodger Stadium.
In 1930?
Anyway, and I went to Madonna at the Forum.
Right.
What I can say is Michael filled up Dodger Stadium. Madonna filled up the Forum.
The Forum is 17,505 seats.
That's Dodger Stadium. It's way more.
Dodger Stadium. But of course, I mean.
Exactly. I think Michael
So
and
you're
Madonna are equal.
Michael is a bigger draw.
Michael's a bigger draw.
Absolutely.
And if you're a bigger draw, should you get paid more?
Yes.
I think so, yes.
Okay, so there's that question. So I'm not trying to marginalize what the young sister is saying. I'm just saying, wow. Men, listen to what she said now. We don't need men to survive.
I do.
My question is, because it's such a broad and open-ended statement,
right,
it can be cumbersome and thus used and twisted and or misused, right?
Right.
If she says we don't need men to pay our bills, right? For the most part, that makes a little bit more sense.
Right.
And even more, and refining that statement even more, American women don't need men to survive financially.
Okay, I can agree with we don't need men financially, that part, but I can't agree with we don't need men.
But do you see how open-ended and broad statement we don't need men to survive leads to a whole bunch of speculation?
Yeah, because we need men to make other human beings. So I don't know how we don't need men to survive as a human race.
And then to raise the intellectualism of the whole, take intellectualism out, to raise the impact of the question.
Okay.
Some women don't need men to survive financially.
Right.
Because some women do.
Because some women do.
Some women
you paying bills with me, buddy.
Some people can't survive without a man.
So again, I'm back here talking about the sickness of this society and some of the ideas that are let loose in this motherfucker. One of the craziest, because you getting motherfuckers saying fuck men and men saying fuck women.
Right.
I just got hip to a movement of what I consider to be the army of Commander Butthurts.
My gosh.
What?
My butt hurts.
I'm scared to ask what, nigga, what?
Oh my
Because
goodness.
again, whenever you align yourself with some shit,
Right.
I'm
that
going to
part.
get this made into a t-shirt.
Right.
You guys remember Al Bundy?
Uh-huh.
He was a part of a group. No ma'am.
Oh, yeah. No, ma'am.
He had no ma'am. Well, there's a new group.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
MGTOW.
What does that stand for?
Men going their own way is tonight's topic.
Wow.
Men going their own way.
In other words, fuck y'all. Here's the definition.
Right.
Men going their own way is a statement of self-ownership where the modern man preserves and protects his own sovereignty above all else.
Oh, shoot.
It is the manifestation of one word, no. Ejecting silly preconceptions and cultural definitions of what a man is. Looking to no one else for social cues, refusing to bow and serve and kneel for the opportunity to be treated like a disposable utility.
Wow.
Living according to his own best interests in a world which would rather he didn't. Now, that word disposable utility, this whole movement is born out of feminism. Because radical feminists have a concept called the disposable man.
Right.
So when we go back to the sweetheart, SZA, a lot of that stuff is coming out of that feminist movement where you make a statement like, we don't need men.
Right.
Yeah, you got to be more exact.
Listen, can I just... When was the last time a man made your pussy throb and he didn't even touch you?
It's been a while.
But it happened.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's happened.
That's some natural shit, ain't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where a woman sees a man and be like...
Right.
Yeah, I need a throbber right now. It's okay.
Shoot, I like throbbing. Shoot, that means you got my
When
attention.
I look at you and remember that orgasm, hell yeah, I need you in my life.
Do you understand?
So I don't know what she ain't had a made her throb. That's all. She ain't went whoop whoop yet.
Maybe she has. And maybe that major throb was associated to a major asshole.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And she's coming from a hurt place when she says
Maybe.
that. Could be, because I don't need you.
I think it was more of a financial thing, the way the statement read.
No, I agree with that.
My
definitely.
perception is that it's more of a financial problem. Like
I'm going to go with that, too.
I'm going to go with that,
because I
too.
like her. I'm a fan of her work.
You just want to smash.
Yeah, he want to take it down. Yeah, I'm going to go with that, too. You know what I'm saying?
I want a little of that peanut butter.
Now, had she said, I don't need a man to make me a woman, or make me a better woman, or, more precise statement. But that was kind of the way it read was totally financial. Mm-hmm. Like, fuck niggas, I got bread.
Right.
I mean, it's a weird little situation. I got questions. The phone number to dial is 323-230-4610. Are you sick of women's demands?
What kind of demands?
As it pertains to intimate relationships. Because you know how y'all motherfuckers are. Come on now. We've had too many goddamn episodes of this particular show.
Right.
For you to sit here and act coy.
Right.
All right.
I have no demands except for give me that dick, nigga. That's only demand.
Hilarious. I got a few demands, but then...
I'm picky though. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want no messy ass dude in my house. I'm junky to the point where I leave clothes or something every now and then, but dirty, you just can't leave your plate and smudges on my table and shit when you eat.
So I think we're going to talk about this off the air.
Okay.
Because this ain't got shit
I'm
to
just
do
saying.
with what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm making
when a nigga come in there and start cooking potatoes and then
why he gotta be cooking potatoes? Why he can't be making nothing better than potatoes?
He used Mrs. Dash. Don't nobody eat Mrs. Dash on their potatoes, and then that ain't got shit to do with what we talking about, Peaches.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what I told you, Peaches?
Okay, I'll be
Wait
good.
till I point to you, goddammit, because anything can come out your mouth. I got questions.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was doing some damn research, and in India, the Indian Muslim men have a word that's like the reverse of Beetlejuice.
What is that?
You remember Beetlejuice?
Yeah, you say it 3 times.
You say it 3 times, and Beetlejuice show up.
Like Bloody Mary.
Right.
These niggas got a word that they can say 3 times and they'll be divorced from their wife.
Oh, really? We need that shit in America.
Right.
It's called triple talak. Talaq. That motherfucker going to go talak. Oh, shit, it's over.
Oh, shit, we divorced.
It's over, nigga. Get your shit and get up out of here.
And do they have to say it with anger, though? Like, talak, talak, talak? Or do they just talak, talak, talak?
And that's when she cries, no!
Talak, talak, talak.
I think it's a tone to go with the talak.
Yeah.
This is the last time you going to burn the lentils.
Right.
Talak, talak, talak.
Yeah. By the time you get to number 2, she trying to stop number 3.
You in the dick?
Yeah, breathe,
She's
bitch.
sticking a kitty in your mouth. Oh, don't say number 3.
You have questions. Let me get these
Come on
questions
back,
out.
Siva.
Let me get these questions out. True or false? A couple of generations ago, a man wasn't considered fully an adult until he was married with kids. But today, fathers are figures of scorn or second-class parents more than figures of respect. I know. That kind of hurt.
Yeah, I kind of felt some way about that.
Gosh, I need to read it again.
Oh, Lord.
True or false? A couple of generations ago, a man wasn't considered fully an adult until he was married with kids. But today, fathers are figures of scorn or second-class parents more than figures of respect.
True.
True or false? The number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. I've got questions. What religion has the highest divorce rate?
Christianity.
Always the Christians, because they could be forgiven for just doing shit they didn't mean to do that was fucked up. 323-230-4610. Call us and let us know how God got you off the hook. Just
hilarious.
You got bail.
That's fucked up. It's fine. You didn't really love her. It's cool.
I got hell bail.
When women go their own way, because this new movement is men going their own way, it sounds like a gang of fuck boys.
That's what I was thinking.
Let's start a club. And our club is predicated on us leaving them.
Right.
A bunch of bitchy ass dudes.
He's like, let me hold you.
For me, I'm going to come back and ask. For me, I'm going to come back and say, okay, niggas, men going our own way means we all going together with no women coming with us?
You know?
Because to me,
that's like the He-Man's Club.
That's butt
Little
sauce.
Rascal.
Right.
That's ass gravy. Let's go to an ass gravy camping trip.
Right.
No, nigga.
Nah.
Right. Oh, my God.
Making gravy with the fellas.
Right,
A gravy train.
I've got more questions. Women going their own way, as in not subscribing to marriage in pursuit of other life choices like career and education and sexual freedom, have been accused of being too masculine. Bitches, witches, old maids, barren, lesbian, whores, and sluts. Mm-hmm. Women doing the exact same thing, saying we going our own way, fuck y'all, have been called bitches, witches, old maid, barren, lesbian, whores, and sluts.
Right.
Now you get men copying women. Let's form a club.
Man.
I got questions. True or false? If men choose to follow social norms and become compliant as good guys, they may get a relationship partner. However, due to women's social versus biological double-blind double standard, these compliant men may also not be attractive to those same relationship partners. This is from a study. Buss and Shackelford, 2008. Yeah, he's a beta and he fits your demographic, but really your ass ain't attracted to him because he's not butter. This is man margarine you're marrying.
Oh my God.
My man margarine.
You married a tub of parquet, bitch. And then you want to get mad. You follow society's rules and you got man margarine.
Bitch married country crock.
Yeah, it is. It's a crock of shit.
Right.
I got another question. In a world where women don't cook or clean and children are burdens well into their 30s,
Oh, wow.
Raised raceless. Does the American nuclear family and its pressure make sense in an inherentless black America? In other words, inherentless. You don't have an inheritance, nigga.
You ain't getting shit when I die.
You ain't got no money.
Yeah.
And with all of those problems that were mentioned before in this sentence, women ain't cooking, women ain't cleaning, children are burdens well into their 30s. Does the American nuclear family and the pressure that inherently comes from that, does it make sense for black people who ain't got no inheritance to participate in said folly?
That's real.
Whoa.
Well,
yeah,
that's our topic tonight.
That's deep.
MGTOW. Men going their own way. I'm taking my balls and leaving.
I don't want to talk. But you know what? I've had a coworker recently, a young white guy, 22, tell me he don't deal with women no more. I'm like, you're 22. How could you not deal with women? Well, I had one just rip my heart out. So you're going to just let that one woman just kill all you. So you just asexual now. He said he's not gay. He just don't want to be bothered with no women. He said they don't interrupt his video games.
Hey, listen, maybe I'm just a barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
But a man that ain't sexually attracted to a woman,
it's a problem.
That's about as gay as you can get.
Right.
And he says he swears he's not gay.
Right.
He just said that his heart was broke so bad he would rather, he's one of them going your own way motherfuckers.
This is a weird little...
He a little snitch too though.
But listen. But is there some validity? Is there some validity in the men going their own way?
But it comes
movement.
Well, it comes from a place of hurt, just like when women do their movements, they come from a place of hurt. So I think that everyone has a right to come together if that's something that will help rebuild them. I just think in the rebuilding, that doesn't mean you have to turn on the opposite partner that hurts you. That just means that you need to rebuild from the hurt that you received. And now you're able to go on with your life and live life the way it was intended, whatever that may be for your life. Don't let that hurt stop your next set of blessings. You feel me? I think they get together, they're hurt, and then they stop each other and start turning each other on the opposite sex. It shouldn't be like that. It should be like build, rebuild, and keep it moving.
To me, they like a drug anonymous group. A bunch of mad motherfuckers mad because they can't have that hit off of that pussy no more because the bitch won't fuck with them. And instead of trying to step out like Mimi said, they got that complex that keeps them from stepping out, especially like crabs in a barrel in a room pulling each other down. Nigga, if I ain't get no pussy, you ain't. Fuck them bitches, they're evil.
And then what happens, even if one of them gets a little sensitive, just like we used to watch on The Little Rascals, and one of them likes the girls, oh, we won't have you in the club anymore. Yeah. We're throwing you out. And then all the other ones come against you because now they become a definition of we're against that. And it shouldn't be like that. It should just be, let's come together about whatever our focus is and then keep it moving. Instead, they're trying to rechange the thoughts and processes.
See, this goes back to the point that I'm making in my newest book, The Holographic Relationship, when I talk about the twofold nature. And of course, relationship is multifaceted, but I've kind of distilled it down for comprehension's sake into two folds. You have a sociological, society's game rules, and then you have a spiritual. Spiritual is what delivers the one thing that brings a person into their power, and that's self-knowledge.
Right.
Relationship is responsible for a spiritual development or a spiritual unfolding of self-knowledge to the person that's in that experience, that relationship experience.
Right.
Everything about our life is relationship. A spoon is related to a bowl of cereal.
That's right.
A spoon is related to a bowl of rice. So is a motherfucking fork.
Right.
You
Chopsticks too.
Everything, but everything is related. There's a relationship to everything. The banks of a river is related to the river. Everything is related. So there's lessons that come from this space. So what happens is when we lack a spiritual understanding, the sociological, the social game rules take precedent. So now lining up with a social game rule is like joining a gang.
Right.
It's some stripes and some color that I gotta represent.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Just
now,
like feminist.
Now understand this. There was a book I talked about a few years ago, and I told everybody to get it.
Okay.
But it's hella quiet. Nobody's really gangbanging right now. Nobody's really riding with this woman. Because you know women, y'all like to circle the wagons around other women.
What's the book?
Men on Strike.
I think I've heard of that.
Let me finish. Men on Strike. Why men are boycotting marriage, fatherhood, and the American dream. And why it matters. There's a whole movement, an opt-out movement. I'm not doing none of that shit is going on right now with a bunch of men.
Right.
This book right here, American society has become anti-male. Mm-hmm. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-male, right? Mm-hmm. Men are sensing the backlash and are consciously and unconsciously going on strike. They are dropping out of college, leaving the workforce, and avoiding marriage and fatherhood at an alarming rate.
Right.
The trend is so pronounced that a number of books have been written about this listen to this, about this man-child phenomena.
Wow.
They got that right.
Concluding that men have taken a vacation from responsibility simply because they can. And it's a better deal. That's what Men on Strike, written by a woman, Helen Smith, PhD.
That was a woman paying attention to what men say and what men are doing, definitely, because they are.
But this goes back to the show me and Antonio Moore did on his show Friday. Bully dating.
Wow.
Women have some nigga. You paying for this? You paying for this pussy? You nigga. I don't care if you broke. I don't care how you get the money. Even if you get the money through illegal, immoral means, the shit don't matter. Long as you take care of this pussy you claim you want.
Right.
And it ain't said like that. It's not said like that.
Right.
No.
Right.
But it is definitely implied. Like, nigga, I don't even waste my time with niggas like you.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
If you really bout it, my nigga, you would have been took care of this.
Right.
And that's unfortunately the way a lot of women think in this society, especially younger women I think they're a little less than, say, women in their 30s and 40s are like that. I think women in their 30s and 40s are more pressed about what a man is doing and how much he's spending and what he's got, because she's got expenses, she's got bills, you know, and the average black person is not making no money anyway, so you're looking for a partner to share that burden with you. Then you got these women in their 20s who are just fuck no matter what. They don't care. They fucking dogs, cats, everybody. They don't care. They just a bunch of cum freaks. So
I think some of the young girls are trying to get their money too. I think money rules the world. Shoot, you know what I mean? People paying for sex at a young age at a high rate. So I think on every level of the game, sex has always been in high demand. I don't care the age or whatever. I think that when someone is interested in it, they gonna get it. You know?
First off, there are a lot of fags in my chat room right now. I just got to say that. What I'm doing is setting up a topic, you weirdos. I'm going to block all of you stupid motherfuckers who can't listen in stereo. It's called radio. We set up the topic pro and con, you fucking weirdos. You little butthurt namblers.
wow.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it would just be, he talking from the girl's side. It's a lot of fruit coins up in here.
Right.
Are they a part of the men go on
they
their
might
own
be part
movement?
of that group.
And these are straight men saying this, right?
Right. Say something else. Every time you mention something, you little weirdos, I'm blocking you.
You know.
God damn it. Fucking weirdos.
No. It's true. I just think, I think it even stemmed back from, let's just say, when hip hop was all about BBB and all that. I think all that stuff creates all of us to feel certain ways about each other. Even though when you sing the song, you don't feel like they talking about you. But certain people, start feeling like, yeah, I don't need her. You feel me? And I think all of that stimulates into just how things are spiraling out of control. You feel me? Women feel one way. Men feel like, well, shoot, I'm not going to father children and they're going to be in this group. You know what I mean? And it all comes from a place, I think, of hurt and people being upset that they can't control the opposite sex. Just because it didn't work out, that means move on.
I'm just saying, we live in a society that has produced transactional relationships.
Right.
Once I don't need you for that transaction,
it's over.
It turns into what we're starting to see right now.
Right.
We're seeing men going their own way, and we're seeing women saying, I don't need men.
Right.
Right?
And it's spiraling out of control.
Let me ask you ladies a question. And I'm going to the phone lines. The phone lines are open. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. 323-40. What is it? 323-230-4610. That's the number to dial. 323.
You got it.
230-4610. I want to hear from people's opinion. I want to hear your perspective, man.
Definitely.
I need to know. Can men and women put aside all these ideologies of war? Because that's really what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Men ain't shit. Women ain't shit.
Right.
We going our own way. We going our own way. Can a woman be in a relationship without having this coven of female support?
Oh, yes, most definitely we can, because, I mean, you got to know yourself. Like you said, it's like your Krishnamurti quote. You always saying, you got to know self first. You can't be in a relationship with someone else if you haven't conquered what your issues are and accepted them. And the problem with the little rapper girl, what's her name? SZA, singer, whatever the hell her name is. I mean, first of all, she's got an album called Control. Janet had that album first, bitch. Okay, she was the one in control.
Wait a minute.
I'm just saying.
I don't approve.
Okay, I'm just saying. You're not in control of shit because you didn't even control the name of your album.
Oh, honey.
All I'm saying is you gonna need a man. A man is a part of living on this earth for any woman. Unless you gay, I'm just saying.
I've said it before. Women are going crazy.
They are.
And I'm going to tell you why you're going crazy. Because you've had an infusion of money and freedom and education and all types of shit. It doesn't happen too damn fast.
No time to breathe.
It's like a young motherfucking NBA or NFL kid that came straight from poverty, and the moment he made it to the first round and got selected, overnight he's a millionaire.
Lost
He doesn't understand what the money means. He done tricked off a gang of money.
Right.
You hear about it all the time. Mm-hmm. Women have so much power right now that they don't know how to adjust into this power.
Right.
And I think it's the woman that needs to accept the fact that men. Oh, I'm sorry.
You've been doing it.
Okay. I'll be good.
I ain't
I thought you went like this, like head, like.
You thought my chin pointed at you? Okay.
You know what?
Welcome to the Voice of Reason, caller. You're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? I need to get some opinions. What's going on with this new gender war? New ideas, new concepts. What's your name and where you calling from? Make sure you turn down your video so I can hear you.
Yeah, I turned off YouTube. My name's Tim. I'm from New Hampshire.
Yeah?
Hi, Tim.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine, and you?
And I'm a self-described M.G.T.O.W, and that's how you pronounce it.
Wait, how do you pronounce it? Hit me to this, man. I need to know.
M.G.T.O.W.
M.G.T.O.W. What? Pronounce it for us. Turn him up so I can hear him.
M.G.T.O.W.
M.G.T.O.W.
Oh, MGTOW.
Okay.
Sound like some Asian shit. I'll have a M.G.T.W. and some miso soup. M.G.T.W. Go ahead. Talk to me about this movement.
What do you want to know? So what do you want to know?
I want to know everything because I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, we want to know
everything.
Hip us to the game. What is it? What is its purpose? Is it a movement? Is it a cult? What's happening? Do you guys fuck women? Do you guys fuck each other? Is it gay? Is it asexual? What the fuck is it?
Yeah, do you guys buy hoes? I mean,
explain, please.
It's basically implied in exactly what it says: men making their own decisions and choosing their own path.
Okay.
So you can have sex with women. Basically, the two things you can't do are cohabitate or marry a woman.
Oh, so it's a bunch of players.
So it's a religion?
It's not necessarily players. Some guys choose not to have sex with women. Some guys do choose prostitutes. Some guys have girlfriends, but you will. Basically, if you're married and you cohabitate with a woman, you can't be a MGTOW.
Oh.
Really? Oh. So if you got some live-in pussy, good, tight, okra box pussy, you can't be a MGTOW?
We don't really put a whole lot of value on it because it's a depreciating asset.
Let's go. That's why you called in. This is what I want. I need to hear this shit.
Depreciate.
Let's hear more about this.
So do dicks.
Well, women's sexual. Well, typically, if you've done any of your research, typically a woman's sexual peak is at
35,
18 to 25, somewhere around there in terms of sexual market value. And
I see what he's saying. He's talking about. Okay, hold on, slow down.
You're talking about there's fertility. You're talking about fertility. Fertility is like 18 to 25, and a woman's sexual drive peak is at around 30, 35.
Right.
But see, that doesn't matter because her fertility is between 18 to 25.
In other words, slow down. Hold on. Slow down. I'm going to let you have as much time as you need, but we have to break certain shit down because you're speaking kind of fast. He's saying y'all have a badass bitch window.
I heard you. You better keep talking before I go in.
Y'all got a badass bitch window, which is the relationship market value window. Like, you tight in this area. You might be able to finagle some shit.
Man, that's let man keep talking.
Currency, look, you have to think about it economically. A woman's currency is all front loaded in life, whereas a man's currency is back loaded in life.
Say more. Tell them what front loaded and back loaded means. Go ahead.
Okay, so a man's currency is back loaded in life because he can procreate up until he's like 75, whereas a woman's and typically women chase after resources and the ability to provide for a family, and a man's primary earning potential is somewhere between 35 and 55. So a man is back loaded in terms of his buying power with the currency that he has between 35 and 55, whereas a woman's primary buying power is her fertility and her attractiveness, which is between 18 to 25.
Okay, the women in here disagree. They want to talk to you. Do you mind talking to? Can you guys talk to women?
As long as whatever they decide to speak is rational.
So women have to be rational?
I better not speak then.
Hold on. Let me do it, please. I just need to understand the game rules. Women have to be rational when you talk to them?
Yes, no emotional. It's a debating tactic. No emotional appeals.
No emotional appeals. Facts. Got it. Okay. I just want to make sure. Are there any other rules that women need to hear before we engage?
They can ask whatever they want. Just don't be asking me emotional bullshit.
Here we go. Peaches.
Nah, I better not say that because I'm really emotional.
Peaches.
I'm really emotional right now because he said don't be emotional.
Listen, when it's time for you to talk, you don't want to talk.
Okay.
You're already interrupting every 2 minutes, goddammit. Now it's your time to talk.
I'm sorry. I mean,
no. Silence.
Hold on.
My turn.
Let her ask the question, bro.
I just want to know what made you guys decide. So you guys still like coochie? Are there homosexuals in your group?
Typically not. No.
Okay.
And it's not really a group. It's more of a philosophy. It's not really a movement. It's
an ideology.
Okay, gotcha.
So you guys are like kind of like just a cult of men that decided that
Why are you calling them a cult?
I'm just saying. Okay, I'm gonna be silent right now.
You're supposed to be asking questions.
I did ask him a question. I got more questions
Let me
though.
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. How much? What was Tiger Woods' wife's profession?
Nanny. I got you. I'm riding with you.
I understand.
So why is she walking around with $500 million?
Because he cheated, and she feigned damsel in distress. He cheated on me, bro.
You know why?
I need half of your money.
Because Tiger was weak.
There's no way to justify it.
There's no way she's supposed to have that money.
You know why? Because Tiger was weak. Tiger was weak for pussy. That was why.
Hold on. You're not answering this man's question. How did she get the billions?
You should never.
I did answer.
That's my whole point.
No, because Tiger was weak for pussy, and Tiger couldn't control his dick. That's how she came up on that money.
No. If you've got resources, there's no reason you. Do you know what marriage actually is? It's two corporations merging. It's two corporations merging. That's what it is.
I agree.
So if you've got one corporation called Apple and another corporation called Joe's Phone Shop, Apple's not going to merge with you because if you break up, you're going to lose 50%.
Right.
Okay, but you guys choose not to marry, though.
That's MGTOW don't marry. That's why. We see Tiger Woods' ex walking around with $500 million.
And he got a solid point.
He does, but y'all don't cohabitate.
Hold on. Caller. What's your name again? Hold on. Caller. You got to pay attention to my cues, bro. You got to pay attention.
Sorry.
When I jump in, quiet. What's your name?
Tim.
Tim? Cool. Now, I agree with Tim. This woman came from being a nanny, cleaning motherfuckers' toilets,
watching kids,
to fucking with Tiger. He cheats, she gets half his wealth. He has a legitimate point here. Not very much different than Helen Smith's book, Men on Strike.
Okay. Right.
It's a lot of times in relationships, especially marriages, it's a lose-lose situation. Typically, men have man caves because the rest of the house been taken over.
Right.
You got a man cave, don't you? Okay, cool.
We rejected the notion of man caves as well.
Oh, let's go into that. I'd like this too. Why do you need to reject the notion of a man cave? You probably don't need a man cave because you own your own fucking shit. Go ahead.
That's right. You own the house. Why are you relegated to one room in the basement?
Right.
I'm fucking with Tim right now, but not fucking with him. Pause.
Okay, Tim.
The nigga did say typically.
It's more or less.
When you asked him the question if there was any homosexuals, and he said typically. So
that means they got a few.
Right.
That means there are some butt sergeants in the building.
And then Tim,
if you're gay and you've got money, why are you marrying? Because the same thing will happen to you in marriage.
You know how many gay motherfuckers is married right now?
Right.
To women?
Right.
Skipping to the altar.
Tim, to women. There are some gay women, some gay men married to women right fucking now.
Right. Yep. They're called down low still.
And
women,
there's a lot of those.
And to women who know. Not you talk about down low. There are women that know this motherfucker gay.
It's financial reasons.
But I'm taking care of.
Right. She like that corporation.
Let's not forget that. Go ahead, brother. Finish your statement.
Well, I was just saying, you need to view marriage as a contractual corporate merger, and nobody should be entering any contract where it's 2 versus 1. Women are intertwined with the state.
That's true.
So it's not
okay,
really,
wait, slow down,
really
Tim.
Marrying the woman.
Tim, slow down, because you just said something that's very, very important. I want to make sure people hear and understand that. He said, when you get married, it's 1 versus 2.
Right.
Now, my homeboy I'm sorry, my homeboy is currently in court fighting the court system.
Why?
Over child support for a kid that isn't his. Mm-hmm. Hold tight before anybody gets going. Hold tight. It's not his. This Mexican lady just went down to the court system with no proof and said, he did Addy.
Wow. The state of California?
State of California. Wow. Then, the only thing that he did wrong, which was a major misstep on his part, he had a failure to appear. Mm-hmm. When he didn't show up,
automatically.
Yep.
They said automatically that's your kid. Right. Then what they did was
it's even worse than that.
What they did was they made his ass go get a blood test.
Okay.
He went to get the blood test. It proved
he wasn't
the father.
Right.
Then the child support office told him, we're not here to advocate for you. We're here to advocate for the mother.
Wow.
So he finally got one lawyer to give him a nugget.
Mm-hmm.
But that lawyer told him, I can't represent you though.
Why?
Because if I help you win this case, I basically kill my career as a lawyer.
Oh my God.
Because what he told him was, he said, all you got to do, because the child support office tried to act like they didn't issue the blood test.
Yeah, because I'd be suing the hell out there.
And the lawyer said, all you got to do is prove that they issued it. They made it seem like the mother went and got it on her own.
Did he have any paperwork saying anything?
This shit happened so long ago. The girl is 20, 22, 23.
Wow.
They're like, you need to give us $17,000 or something stupid.
Oh, fuck that.
No.
Tim, jump in.
It's even worse than that. If you're dating a woman or you know a woman that got pregnant and she doesn't know who the father is and she writes your name on the birth certificate, you can be liable for child support.
It's over.
But can he take a DNA test right away before he signs any birth certificates and prove he's not the father of that child?
The doctor will ask her who the father is, and in a moment of panic, if she doesn't want to be embarrassed, she can put any guy's name on.
It's Bobby!
He may be liable.
Right.
It's Bobby!
Well, I do understand how you guys are doing that group
so now do you understand what I'm saying? When you look at that, when you look at child support, unpaid child support can lead straight to prison.
Yeah.
The loss of the
licenses,
work,
jobs,
all your
can't
wealth.
Travel out of the country.
You can't do shit.
Yeah, you can't get a passport, nothing.
So now, peep game, because hey, Tim, stay with me, because I fuck with you, bro. We finna keep hitting them with this MGTOW shit. Now, no, this is the crazy shit, and I love this woman too. She a pretty little girl too. What's the girl? She be doing the little Instagrams and be talking hella shit, and she said something about, a woman's job is not to love you. That's your mama's job. Amanda Seales.
Oh, Amanda Seales.
Seales. Again, there are some hella reckless concepts floating around our society. The way we think, the way we deal, the way we perceive each other. Remember, like I said before, whenever you align with an ideal, you automatically enroll yourself into that army. You got to defend it. Mm-hmm. If you become a motherfucking Jehovah Witness, you banging for Jehovah now.
Right.
You're a sergeant or a private in Jehovah's motherfucking army. Mm-hmm. Whatever the fuck you enroll in. Right. This is what I believe. You're a motherfucking sergeant or a private in that particular army.
Yeah,
I agree.
So with that, that woman, Amanda Seales, basically said, it's not your girlfriend's job to love you. That's your mama's job. Now, I said before, peep game. If men take giving a fuck about you out of the relationship experience,
you are just walking pussy.
It's really about to be problems.
It's doomed.
Because all you are is one big meat pocket that the average dude is going to be angling to try to get to with no motherfucking empathy, sympathy, care, love, consideration.
Would you call it a something tool?
Bitch, I paid $16 for that burrito. You gonna give up some pussy this evening. I'm telling you, it's gonna create a certain type of mindset. Tim, speak to that.
Well, nobody wants to admit it, but basically, this is probably going to ruffle a few feathers, but
ruffle them.
They already
ruffle them bitches, man.
They ruffled.
Dating and marriage is basically government sanctioned prostitution.
I agree to that, actually.
Let this man turn the mic off.
I won't say nothing else.
Turn it off, goddammit. Go ahead, Tim, our honored guest, Tim.
It's basically when you strip everything away, okay, we evolved from monkeys or however you want to define how we evolved to get to the current state. Men have been doing the protecting and hunting, and women have been doing the caretaking. And there has been a millennial-old trade for thousands of years between men and women, where men gathered resources and protected the tribe, and women provided the fertility and the homemaking. So when you look at dating and marriage, women aren't going to be dating anybody who can't provide, and men aren't going to be dating anybody who can't reproduce. And the fertility and the beauty comes out of that. So that's what I meant earlier, but that's why you see so many men dating younger women, because that's where their buying power is. Women have all their buying power when their eggs are healthy, and men have all the buying power when they have resources to divvy up to provide and protect for the family. So it's always been transactional. It's just government signed and signed off on.
He ain't lying. Okay,
feminism.
Go ahead. No, finish.
Feminism, and that pretty much broke the contract. Men are no longer required to provide because women can work for themselves, and women are no longer, they're not virgins anymore, and they're basically used up by the time they're older, and they're having kids later and later. So the feminism destroyed the contract. Thousands and thousands of years worth of contract.
And then turn our mic back on. Say something before I point to you and see what happened.
Are you black?
I'm going back to Kate.
I just want to know if he black.
Oh, you said something. Turn that mic off again. Turn it off again.
Hilarious.
Because I got to go back to the old voice of reason now. Turn that motherfucking mic off.
You know what?
Shit. God damn it. Then on top of what Tim just broke down, you get women who want to double dutch and hopscotch back and forth from a Renaissance woman's mindset to a traditional mindset. Oh, well, he has to make as much money as I do or more because I need to feel safe and protected. But you just said you don't need us to survive. Right. And Cher is running around here saying the same. Right. You got concepts like the disposable man, but you want to be taken care of while you making all the bread. You want to, I could take care of myself. I could have did this. I should have left a long time ago. But I'm going to sue you for everything. Wait a minute. I thought you were good. Do you see the problem with that? Do you see how that creates a cognitive dissonance? I'm a dependent and independent at the same time.
Right.
Tim.
Well, they're not being independent because they run to the government.
Ooh.
So the government. Why do you think like this is going to affect your community? Because you guys are all African American.
Tim, are you a whitey locks? Tim, you whitey locks, Tim?
Yep.
I knew it.
Yeah, but
I need to know, Tim, what's your race? Because this is going to make a lot of sense to us, too. What's your race?
I'm Caucasian.
You Caucasian? Go ahead, Tim, with your white ass. You in control. Shit.
It don't really matter. Like, the fatherlessness rate in the black community is what, 70-80%?
Yeah, it's 70%.
It's really bad.
Born out of wedlock, 70%. No pops.
So the white community is what, 60-70%? It's not much better here. Now, do you think women would be all independent if the government wasn't there writing checks?
Wow. If the government wasn't subsidizing their sexual mistakes.
All black women ain't on the county.
Right.
We didn't say all. Some but all. We know that.
Tim didn't say that.
Tim don't know the rules. Tim.
No, not all. But even
Tim. God damn it,
yeah,
Tim.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, we have a word here, some but all. Some but not all. All right? We don't speak in absolutes. I'm sure you understand.
No, generalizations are important, but they're not 100%.
There we go. All right. Now, let me just say this so I can, Tim, you're not a part of any white supremacist movements, are you?
No, of course not.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Like, have you ever had some black pussy? Because if you have, that makes you an enemy of mine off tops.
No, if you want to do, I would invite you to do some research and listen to Thomas Sowell. He's actually got stats to back up everything that I say.
Mm-hmm.
The black unemployment rate in I think it was the 20s or the 30s was actually lower than whites in the 20s and 30s.
No, I believe that.
There's a bunch of stats out.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stats out there. The intact families, the blacks had higher marriage rates than whites back then. Much more church going than whites back then.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of cultural decay has happened because of the government to the black family.
Interesting. I'm intrigued. Tim, thank you, man, for this call. You have enlightened us to a degree. I like some of the information you said. I don't agree with all of it, but I like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you calling.
You can look up the stats yourself. They're all there.
Of course. We know the stats of the black community. What I know is the white community that created the conditions that the black community live in, right, is sick than a motherfucker.
Right.
And when the dominant society is sick, all other societies that are under the jurisdiction of the dominant society are even more ill.
Right.
So I get what you say.
Totally. I don't disagree with that at all, but
I get what you're saying, and I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Don't run to the government to solve your problems. Is what I'm just trying to say.
Well, but again, white people been running to the government the whole time.
Okay, they invented welfare.
It was created for them.
Yeah, when we talk about white people and welfare, nobody really wants to have that motherfucking conversation now, do we?
Oh, it's a lot
of
Great
Depression.
White people dominate welfare, and not only do they dominate welfare, they dominated hold on, they dominated everything. Not everything. This is one of the things that got Martin Luther King murdered. When Martin Luther King started going to the government and saying, you giving your white peasantry money, you're undergirding your white peasantry for farmland, farm equipment, seeds, everything. And not only you giving them land grants, one of the biggest land grant schools, Auburn University.
Right.
Auburn is a land grant school. That means the government undergirded them economically. That's why they're so fucking rich today. So I don't want you to make it seem like, it's just a black problem running to the motherfucking government.
No.
White people ain't. But see, here's the difference between blacks and whites. Blacks gotta ask.
Right.
Blacks gotta petition. White people ain't gotta ask for shit. They get supported without question. We gotta look out for our white peasantry.
White privilege.
And remember what they did when the blacks and the whites, just like Tim Wise explained, when the blacks and the whites came together, because what they had in common was poverty.
Right. To survive.
But the moment the elite whites saw the unification of the blacks and poor whites, they said, oh, no. Y'all still us. Now we're going to throw y'all some bones that we not going to throw them.
Right. Yeah, so they have to work for you in your field.
Don't just lean, this is why the community fucked up. No, y'all fucked up the community. You fucked up the people. You lied historically. You killed the world. I'm just saying. Okay.
Yeah, we don't all run to the government is what he's saying. That's all, Tim.
And also in all men is...
That goes for everybody. That's not just a white-black thing. I don't want anybody running to the government to save them. I want them to save themselves.
Right. We with you there, Tim.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Okay, we got...
Appreciate the call, man. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
You see how crazy we done turned into?
I knew he was white, though.
I'm just saying, it's so many angles, so many points here.
Right.
Women empowerment.
The way he said...
We don't need you.
Shoot, I'm just trying to figure out what 74-year-old man is still getting it up all like that there, baby. Someone, when they get 35, they can't get it up like they did when they was 18, 19, 20. I'm just saying this for a man's perspective. Some men, when they get a certain age, things change up some. Not all men, but some men, shoot.
Yeah, they need a little extra.
A little Viagra.
To me, let me just say.
Some total package energy.
Let me just say, to me, it's all very strange.
What?
Because when we look at feminism, we can see feminism damn near as patriotism. It's almost religious. There's a religious, oh my God, you let this man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this man. Oh, you cooking for him? I bet you're barefooted.
Why not?
You know. And then the flip side is men. MGTOW. We pronounce it as M.G.T.O.W. Listen, let me just say this, man. And I get it. I get the reason why.
Yeah.
I've studied and read these books, and there are some real justifiable reasons.
Yeah.
For why men are like, fuck what y'all talking about. I'm about to do what the fuck I want to do. Now, y'all been running around this bitch for many, many years. Women have been running around this motherfucker saying, I control this relationship. I just let him think he controls the relationship. I control this marriage. I just let him think he's controlling it.
Yeah.
Y'all
That's
been
true.
on some egoic shit. Y'all sat in this motherfucker right here. Let me just say, y'all sat in this motherfucker right here and said, y'all got chipped off over the years of your butafora. Over the years of being beautiful black women, y'all got chipped off in the hundreds of thousands. And that is just on a whim.
Right.
Take me to dinner. Or you ain't even got to ask. Can I take you to dinner?
Right. Yeah, no asking needed.
Listen, men got so much to lose in this situation. And men, I know second-class fathers where it don't matter what that nigga say. Mama got to sign off on it.
Wow.
I know second-class daddies that don't get no respect.
I do too. It's sad.
So, again, it makes total sense for what I consider to be, you call it an ideology, call it a philosophy, whatever. It makes total sense that this shit would pop up like a boil on the back of a fat bitch's ass in this society.
That's exactly what the fuck that is a boil on a fat ass.
All this shit, I don't give a fuck what it is.
It's on her taint.
I don't give a fuck. MGTOW. I don't give a fuck what the belief system is.
Right.
If the shit is imbalanced, if the shit is flawed, if the shit is emotional and reactional to some shit.
Right.
If it's not spiritually based, shit is contamination. I'm just saying. This shit is weird. Women, I don't need you. Does your pussy get wet when you say that?
I doubt it.
We're going our own way. Nick, as long as going our own way means beautiful women get to come with us that love our dicks, yes.
Right. He said that. He said they still fuck.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
They just don't want a relationship.
I'm just saying, this is a weird world we're living in.
It's too weird.
Oh, we don't need each other. Okay, break up the yin and yang.
But you know what's sad about that? If they go on a date with someone and they're starting to like the person, they're starting to hear voices in their head. No, don't like them. Like, in other words, they're fighting the yin and the yang, basically to figure out what to do because they're in a situation. If they tell someone that they're dating a lady, they'll be looked bad upon. Like, you know, how could you do that?
Right. That's interesting.
That's crazy as fuck.
Let's get these callers in here. Callers! You got to turn everything in your house down. Caller, you got to turn it down. You got to turn it down. We can't hear you. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling?
Oh, shit. Hello?
Caller, yes. You're on the line. What's up?
Oh, wow. Hey, what's up, Zoe?
What's happening, man?
Hey.
You got to turn it down, bro.
Hey, there's nothing else on.
All right. What's up, man? What do you think about tonight's topic, man? Are you a part of the M.G.T.O.W movement? Men going their own way? Fuck these users.
Okay.
That's what we are.
You don't have to give me some time to try to explain it. I ain't that good at orating or anything like that. Definitely not at your level. But and I really didn't even I didn't know I was on the line. This is a surprise. But let me see how can I say this. First of all, that men going and no, I'm not part of that movement, and I'm gonna say I'm not part of that movement because what I was really going to say is it's some men that might be part of that movement and not what's the word, not know it, but not doing it consciously.
Right.
Because something is inevitable. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So what I mean by that is if a woman ain't choosing you, they didn't put you in that movement. It's not that you chose to be in that movement.
Right.
But if a woman ain't choosing you, so and that's the category I fall in. I'm not getting chosen by women. So I guess by default, but I don't claim a movement. I'm not walking around with no whatever that shit, M.G.T.O.W.
You got a T-shirt, my nigga?
Like
you got a M.G.T.O.W hoodie?
I ain't walking around with nothing on my chest, not no
M.G.T.O.W, bitch!
Right.
Whoa!
Right.
Wow.
But like I said, I'm not being chosen by women. Now that falls in a whole bunch of categories too, because I know because dude, I watch your show this is my first time watching it live. I'm usually at work, and it's my first time calling in. But I done watched every one of your shows, some of them 2 and 3 times, because you be on point.
Thank you, brother.
Mimi and Peaches too. I got to give all credit. Everybody on your show is on some type of educational vibe, I'm gonna say. But damn, I lost my thought on that. My
Clearly.
thought. But well, like I said, it's an inevitable fate for some men. Some men are pushed into it. Oh, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
And I know how you think about it and how I guess everybody on your panel thinks about it. And this ain't gonna be popular. I hope y'all don't cut me off or nothing. But there is not more women than men. There's no the actual rate are 1.1 women to 1 man. It's not like 15 or 20 to 1.
Right.
For brothers like Zoe, it looks like 20 to 1 because he got 40 broads chasing him.
Hallelujah, my nigga. Hallelujah.
It looks like 20 to 1 for a brother like
That's right.
That many women chasing him.
Hallelujah.
But in all reality, the numbers are 1.1 to 1. And,
Pretty bastard.
And I mean, I'm sorry.
She can't help but talk while others are talking. Please forgive my autistic female comic. That's it. She left her helmet in the car.
Hilarious.
Okay. I know I'm trying to pause and let y'all break in too because I can't hear when y'all talk, so I got to stop to see what you said.
Clearly,
but,
bro.
Yeah,
continue.
There's not no 20 to 1. Man, think about it like this: if there were even 10 to 1 female to male ratio, man, seeing another man would be like seeing a kangaroo in downtown Chicago, bro. That's how rare it would be seeing a man. Because 10 to 1 is 100 to 10, is 1,000 to 100. If there was 1,000 women and 100 men, you will be, you'll be like, you have to be like 6 feet above everybody with your hands over your eyes looking for other men. If you walk past a man like, whoa, what the fuck you doing here? Those numbers that everybody love, that thing that everybody like to spit about the 15 to 1 or 20 to 1. No, that's not true.
Well,
in LA, I know y'all down there on the West Coast. It might look like that for whatever some apparent reason I don't know, but overall, in major metropolitan cities, there's no 15 to 1.
Hey, good brother. These phone lines is cracking like a mug. We appreciate you for sharing with us, man.
We
gotta push it. We gotta keep it pushing. Thank you so much for calling, fam.
Yeah, thanks for letting me get in there, bro. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason. Are you part of the No Ma'am movement?
No, it's Taurus from Atlanta, and Zoe.
Hey, Taurus.
Hi, Taurus.
Hello.
Hey, girl.
Lady. Mm-hmm. How come my ego gets checked, but you didn't check his?
What do you mean?
Well, why does my ego get checked?
What are you talking about?
But he doesn't get it. His ego doesn't get checked.
You're about to make me join M.G.T.O.W. You better stop calling me this motherfucker complaining. That's what the fuck you better start doing now.
What happens is you attract what you are, what you put out. So
no, but what happened? What happened? Tell me what I didn't do. What happened?
Why didn't you check his ego?
Check his ego for what?
What do you mean check his ego?
Whose ego?
He's in that movement because he wants to control women.
Which one are you talking about?
He wants to be the white guy that called in.
Okay, so first off, clarify what the fuck you want to talk about.
Okay,
that's number one.
Second, and that's number one.
I already know how to handle her. She need to be grabbed by the waist, by the pelvis. You grab her ass by the pelvis and you just pull her into you. Shut your ass up.
Ooh.
That's what the fuck you do to her.
I like that. Yeah, do that shit to everybody.
That's sexy shit.
Let's calm her ass down. Now, you call in here, you get your attitude right first before you talk to me like that.
Yeah. Why didn't you check his ego?
Listen, I was allowing this man to speak about something I don't know.
Speak all that shit. I mean,
why is it shit? Did he lie? Did he lie?
Oh, if he did, he's trying to get a woman he can't get.
Exactly.
And so he joins this. Yeah.
Taurus.
Taurus. You attract what you are.
Taurus.
It's your ego.
Taurus. God damn it.
So
did he lie? Did the motherfucker lie? You only proving his point right now.
Oh, whatever.
You proving this point? If I was your principal, I'd get that big wooden paddle and I'd put it on your ass.
You know what?
He want to swat you, Taurus.
Taurus, he coming for you, girl.
Shit, what's wrong with you?
She might like that.
I know she would. I had that ass red hot. Yeah, you understand me?
I like his thing.
She a Taurus.
I'm just saying, the man came in here. He clearly was a member of the secret society known as Fuck Bitches. He came in here.
Yeah, that's the society.
He came in here. The motto is up with bros, down with hoes. He came in here.
Totally, dude.
To say he came in here to explain some shit that we didn't know about. So if I didn't know about it, I had to allow this man to speak.
Okay.
I had to allow this man to speak because he was educating me on different rules.
Yeah, we didn't know, Taurus.
Like, for instance, if I was in M.G.T.O.W., I would have to check you for your emotional outbursts. Who the fuck do you think you are to call my show to try to check me? You better watch your motherfucking tone and delivery. See, if I was M.G.T.O.W., I would have had to do that.
Is it you would say tone and delivery like that?
That's hilarious.
It's M.G.T.O.W., bitch.
M.G.T.O.W. hilarious.
And that's why he's at home by himself right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of...
But can I say something about this feminist stuff?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I think it's an oxymoron to think you're a black woman and you're a feminist. Now, granted, I am efficient, Miss Independent or whatever. But I don't sit here and think that I don't need a man.
Right.
I don't need them financially, but I mean, I do. I love the companionship. So I don't see how they sit there and think they're going to go through a movement when they physically need a woman. A man physically needs a woman. So.
Listen,
I
agree.
on that either.
Listen, I'm just being real. Like, I agree. I don't allow weird ass movements to move me.
Right.
No disrespect, but there's a lot of weird beliefs and ideologies out there that, nigga, you can't enter the temple of my mind. Right. I just can't let that shit happen. I'm not going to join a group that says we have a list of rules about women. And listen, if you're not man enough, can I just say? So let's go Einstein.
Here we go.
So Einstein talks about gravity and how gravity warps space and time. So when there's a body that is really, really heavy, it bends the space and time around it. Light even bends around it.
Right.
You know, dig? That's what your masculinity to be like.
Right.
I said to be like. When you come into the presence of let me give you an example. I took my daughter to go get her classes at college. I love my baby boo. My baby's like, I said, I'm going to stay in the car. I want you to handle this shit on your own. She said, no, Dad, I would like for you to come with me. I'm not going to say no to you, baby boo. I'm going to come with you.
Right.
I'm sitting in this motherfucking room, and the sister that's helping everybody get their classes. Oh, you passed the test. Okay, you passed the assessment test. Okay. Oh, you want to do this. Okay. And then you want to go here. And then, blah, blah, blah. When I tell you this woman could not take her eyes off me.
Oh, shoot.
You know the sit down, look up every few seconds. I'm way in the corner. Bitch, you know I got gray hair, bitch. I ain't here for no motherfucking classes.
Right.
You know I ain't here for shit.
Right.
She's trying to draw
that's
you
my
in.
daughter over there. My daughter was 8 people back. When I tell you she looked every few seconds, she look up in that corner. Every few seconds.
She's trying to figure it out.
She's doing her job. Okay, you're gonna do this, and then
But looking at you.
Every 2 seconds.
Trying to get your attention.
Looking at me.
She wanted to give you that pussy.
And I'm a dickhead. I didn't stop looking.
Asshole.
I'm looking straight over there like,
you want this dick, bitch.
every few seconds. This motherfucker's head was just like a bobblehead, nigga. Now, this story going somewhere.
Oh, shoot.
I'm waiting.
My daughter finally gets called up to get her classes. Lo and behold, it's the lady that's staring at me. So the lady takes care of her, gets her shit. And my daughter, and it was like, that's it? That's all I need? Yes, that's it. Daughter gets up, comes to me. I get up. Do you know this bitch got up and waved?
She waved bye.
Bye-bye. You got other kids in here.
Right.
She wanted you.
You got work to do. She trying to work that
Listen,
pussy.
I'm making this point to say, when you got that kind of magnetism on your masculinity, you don't need no she-woman hater group.
No.
Because that's exactly what the fuck they are.
I believe a lot of these niggas are like jilted. You know how the motherfuckers who become cops after they was corny,
right?
Didn't make the football team,
right?
Didn't go to prom, couldn't find a date. I believe a lot of these niggas is those niggas.
Couldn't get in the game. Right. They didn't want to get jumped in.
Right.
Okay, so
I ain't one of them niggas.
Go there.
Huh?
I want to go. I want to take it to the next level.
What's that?
Then why don't you call Tone out on that bullshit that he speaks?
What are you talking about?
Because it's the same.
Listen.
The same.
Hey, baby
You
girl.
sitting here
Baby girl.
telling me
Taurus.
I'm bullying you into a date.
Taurus, hold on, pimp.
you ask
Hold
me
on,
out?
pimp.
Oh,
Taurus, hold on.
I have a
Hold
right
on, Taurus.
to cover.
You not gonna hold on?
She bulldozing.
Hey, Taurus, you not gonna hold on? You want me to drop you, or do you want me to?
I'm sorry.
You want to hold
I
on?
don't. I want to be disciplined.
You want me to change it?
She wants that.
Yeah.
She wants you to pull her by the waist and pull her into you. How'd you say it? Like this
the
here?
Hold on,
Elvis.
Taurus.
Don't forget that part.
What I want you to do. This is what I want you to do. I want you to follow the motherfucking rules, Taurus. Follow the motherfucking rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tell me specifically what you're talking about in 30 seconds or less. Go.
The whole purpose of going out to dinner, especially dinner, is to communicate. What the hell are we going to be talking about? We got to talk about each other, right? Got to get to know each other. How am I bullying you with that? And then also,
Okay, is that redundant? Is that redundant or is it rhetorical? Is it rhetorical? Should I answer it? Should I answer that question? Because let me just say, Taurus, because there's an answer for that. Should I answer it or is it rhetorical?
Please. No, answer the question.
Okay. And stop acting like you not a woman that know of women that do what I'm about to illustrate.
Okay.
You just be quiet while I ask these other women in here. Do you know bitches that use niggas for free food, free dates, just cause they can?
Yes.
Bully dating. Some banal. Do you know women that just be on some old, there's an ego boost in being able to mold a nigga around your every whim? Do y'all know women like that?
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Then how are you not the fool then?
Hold on.
Because you know this shit.
Hold on.
We say it all the time. We know. We can look at a guy and know which.
God damn it, girl. Hold on.
You know she a Taurus. She
Let me
can't
tell you
help it.
something. The man ain't the fool when ultimately he get that pussy. Once he cross the end zone into that pussy, it don't matter what the fuck you talking about. Because you know what he can say?
What is he gonna say?
Let me tell you, a man who ain't got no morals feels good about getting pussy.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, he can say, but I got that pussy though.
Right. I
With
hit
your high and mighty ass.
Yeah.
I had you bent over your new couch.
Right.
In the process,
Not the new
I
couch.
put that motherfucking applesauce in the small of your back.
Oh, you know what?
he can say the same thing. I fucked him and got. So what? That sounds win-win to me. But
Applesauce. I'm still on that.
so what the hell what is he complaining about then?
But do you get what I'm saying? Do you see the toxicity
I hear you.
But do you see the toxicity in the conversation here? Do you see it?
Hold on. Wait. Let's go there.
The toxicity in this conversation is this. Here's the toxicity. Your ass is too many miles away for me to tame you. If you was closer, I'd have your ass quiet as a fucking church mouse. Because you ain't been in that kind of presence.
Right.
Don't put the distance between us.
Ooh.
Oh, you want to do something about it?
That.
Well, do something about it then.
Ooh.
I got you.
Ring that cervix like a doorbell, girl. You out here bullshit.
You know what?
Did he say cervix
Like a doorbell.
You know what?
All right,
Ding
look.
dong.
All right,
Taurus,
look.
let him.
Taurus. I got to get some more callers in here, okay? I know you wanted to fight tonight.
Oh, my God.
I bet you this would be some sweaty, musty,
You said that.
hot.
Messy.
You said them crazy ones got
Messy.
that good.
She crazy than a motherfucker. I know she got an okra box.
Yeah, I don't feel like being stalked either. So
I'm not going to stalk you.
Ah, Taurus.
I already know I got to meet you in an undisclosed location. I already know.
You know what?
You got to show up in a blindfold so you can never know where the fuck
You know
at.
what?
This shit crazy.
Yeah, it is. Taurus crazy.
I'm just
Love you,
saying,
girl.
I'm just saying, our people are nuts.
Yes.
We live in a crazy world. We live in a crazy society. White people running around here making up lies.
Right.
Calling us with them.
Listen, this land was founded by Christopher Columbus. No, it wasn't.
Right.
Jesus was white. No, it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the Hebrews came over here and are the original Indians. No, they weren't.
Right.
We can make up whatever the fuck we want. Them niggas is crazy as fuck. And then you turn around and there's black people trying to mold themselves after that insanity.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So all these concepts that are coming out. Oh, I'm a feminist. Did you write this?
Right.
And the black women who wrote it, who funded them?
Mm-hmm.
Who handpicked them from the dominant society and gave them money to write it?
Right.
Because they always can find a nigga to give a check to.
Mm-hmm.
Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger.
Mm-hmm.
Who does she go to? To the black clergy, black Christian pastors. Here's some money because you niggas and your babies are weeds.
Right. They need to be plucked.
We need Roundup on these nigga kids.
Right. Right.
Any avenue that we consider to be successful has somebody from the dominant society that signs off upon your entrance.
Mm-hmm.
That could either turn your ass away. Then they got niggas as gatekeepers to even get to them.
Right.
You got to get past Stephen.
Yeah, your Django Unchained.
So I say all of that to say all of the concepts. M.G.T.O.W.
That shit is funny,
M.G.T.O.W.
Feminism. Seventh-day Adventist. A white person woke up one day and said, you know, I have another testament of the Bible that I would like to introduce because God told me.
And nobody else.
Do you get what I'm saying?
And there was holes in the story because, you know, as we know from the data from Tone, that women make more money. So how is it that our businesses or our corporations, when they come together with, let's just say, said man corporation, that we're actually the leaser of the corporations? It could be the other way around. So it's not always.
What he was saying was marriage. And it is a corporation.
Right, no, it is.
The number one indicator for wealth in America is marriage.
Right.
The number one indicator for poverty in America
marriage
is divorce.
Ah.
Okay, yeah, divorce from marriage, right.
Okay.
Okay. So again, we live in a contaminated society where the dominant society has all of the laws and everything set up in such a way that they get to extrapolate all the resources from this culture. Our job is to mimic them. So you got niggas running around acting like ballers when wealthy white men don't need to act like ballers. This is why This is why they dress body clothes from fucking Ross.
Yeah.
They don't have to show that they wealthy. Money is such a part of their life. Resources and wealth and intergenerational wealth is so much a part of their life. It doesn't make sense for them to wear a gold chain.
Right. They naturally just have it.
So again, when we look at the relationship interface and marriage in America, a motherfucker like who's the director of the movie Avatar with the blue people? Cameron.
James Cameron.
He's worth billions. He could divorce as many times as he wants. It doesn't fuck with him.
Yeah.
We'll just have a settlement and then there we have it.
Yeah, here, bitch, take this $400 million.
Still doesn't invalidate what Tim said earlier. A motherfucking woman you met at the car wash who was motherfucking
that's cold
putting armor all on cars does not deserve to be a billionaire or get half your shit after you cheated on her.
But see, that's their stupidity for not having a clause in what's it before you get married, prenuptial. That's their stupidity.
Ways around the prenup.
They better find them. If you know that, then make the ways around the ways around the ways of the prenup.
But you're just talking money. A lawyer is not going to be like, listen, for another $2 million, I will give you my ironclad prenup.
Yeah.
There's resources. People ain't got $2 million.
Right.
So a lot of times your economics keep you locked in a certain bracket of justice.
Right.
Or injustice for that matter. Nigga, I can't help you. You ain't got no money. Fuck out of here.
Right.
Then what? That goes back to the question earlier.
Okay.
As sick as this motherfucking society is, why are black people acting like they can have the white picket fence? Not saying, not speaking in absolutes. There's some, marriages out there, black people that are okay. But listen, for the most part, for most people, it's a struggle.
Right.
It's a financial struggle.
Oh, yeah. I was at a wedding yesterday.
Most married motherfuckers ain't got a boomer that they can wait on to die.
Right.
And if it all goes bad and you ain't got no boomer and her ally is the system.
Right.
It's 1 versus 2. Like he said.
Right, right.
Out here fucking around. Call her. You're on the line with the voice of reason. Are you considering joining an all-new boys club called M.G.T.O.W? Caller, you're on the line. Caller.
Hey, this is Easy.
Yeah,
it's Easy from Atlanta. How y'all doing?
What's happening,
Hey,
Pimp?
Easy.
Hey.
What's happening?
Man, I'm glad I got in. I got this crazy story that I think relates to what y'all talking about tonight.
Yeah?
So, I went on a first date last night. Professional, baddie, chocolate sister, all natural, single mom. And
wait, hold on one second. JB, I have done the research on the alpha and beta. It's all predicated on the wolf pack. Alpha and beta. I know all that information. Just because we're not covering it right now doesn't mean we are unaware of it, okay? Thank you for the suggestion. Continue with your statements, young man.
All right. So we go on this first date, have a great time. But in the beginning, we doing a question and answer thing. And she hits me with basic stuff like how many kids do you want to have? Do you want to get married? Whoop, whoop. Then
it's like, how much debt do you want to be in?
But then, like halfway in the date, she hits me with the, we can never be together because our beliefs are different, but I'm still going to fuck you tonight.
Wow. What a nice girl.
She was turned on by you.
So, I'm like, can you be more specific? Like, what beliefs differ? You know what I'm saying? And she basically come to find out she was Jehovah's Witness, but she didn't want to say that. She was just like, religious.
Jehovah does not approve.
So she told you that she was going to fuck you tonight and deliver her pamphlets tomorrow, door to door, today.
Hey, I was kind of like,
ain't that a bitch?
Because I didn't even know you could do that. Because, I feel like I accept my black women, even though I may feel that, they just can't really add to my spirit or add to my life in any way. I'm basically just, you look good, you fun to hang out with, but you're not really helping me grow as a person. Like, I feel like I make that concession all the time. But, she literally cut me at the door like, look, this is strictly about sex and don't expect nothing else.
And so, listen, you know what you should have did?
What's that?
You should have M.G.T.O.W'd her.
Right.
I definitely gave her the business.
Listen,
but,
when I was a younger man, one of my favorite things to do was sexually confound women.
What
Hilarious.
the fuck is...
So you crazy with all these beliefs, but you still about to offer me this pussy? I'm finna fuck the Kool-Aid up out you.
Right, right.
And then I'ma leave you leaking. And what's so beautiful about it all?
Leaking. Oh my God.
I loved to see women toss and turn, fighting their beliefs after they were
Digmatized. Right.
Digmatized.
Dig down.
Now you go and talk to Jehovah about how you feel about this shit.
Go repent now is what you need to do.
Nigga, I'm going to show up at your church just to see you kneel at the altar when pastor asks you niggas to come down.
Right.
I'm going to be in the back pew watching that shit like, look at this nigga. She going to get forgiveness.
And Jehovah Witnesses get excommunicated. They get kicked out if they do shit.
I got a question for you real quick. When you was putting it down on her, were you thinking like you gonna want this again? Was you putting it down extra?
He wasn't.
Oh yeah, I was putting it down like I wasn't gonna see her again. I mean,
so this nigga gave her the motherfucking soft serve.
But see, MGTOW would have told her she can't utilize their dick. What they call it, cutting off their tool or some shit. They called it.
He gave her the fucking soft pack.
Oh shit,
that's frustrating.
Me this morning.
I would have never called you frustrated.
All right, look, hey man, thank you for the call. We gotta go, man. We're at the end of the show, man. Wow, this was crazy. This was fucking bananas.
Soft served her.
And let me say this, I'm going to revisit this topic because there's obviously a little army of MGTOWites.
Yeah, I like that.
Right? That I should bring back on the show. I'd like to understand the philosophy.
I would too.
I like the information.
I love women.
Yeah.
So,
and we love men.
I love men.
I mean, but I'm not finna let no woman run me. And I don't need to join no motherfucking organization neither.
That right pussy I have Zoe in here talking about. I have been tricked.
If that pussy sounds like that fucking evil doll pussy. Anyway, the voice of reason. We up out of here. I'll be back Wednesday. Maybe part 2. We'll holla. Dude.